Hello students, in previous videos you have learned about different types of motion. Now in this video we'll learn about speed. So you are probably familiar with the word speed. So a higher speed seems to indicate that a given distance has been covered in a shorter time or a larger distance covered in a given time. So the most convenient way to find out which of the two or more object is moving faster is to compare the distances moved by them in a unit time. Thus, if we know the distance covered by two cars in 1 hour, we can tell which one is slower. We call the distance covered by an object in a unit time as the speed of the object. We shall use the term speed for average speed. Speed is the total distance covered divided by the total time taken. So speed is the distance travelled per unit of time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Each variables measured by units: distance, meter and miles, time, second, hours and minutes, speed, meter per second, miles per hour and kilometer per hour. So what is the formula of speed? Speed is equal to total distance covered upon time taken. Now another point is measurement of time. If you did not have a clock, so how would you decide what time of the day it is? Have you ever wondered how our elders could tell the approximate time of the day by just looking a shadow? How do you measure time interval of a month, a year? So our ancestors noticed that many events in nature repeat themselves after definite intervals of time. For example, they found that the sun rises every day in the morning. The time between one sunrise and the next was called a day. Similarly, a month was measured from one new moon to the next. A year was fixed at the time taken by the earth to complete one revolution of the sun. So for measuring time, our ancestors used sundials, water clocks and sand clock. Often we need to measure intervals of time which are much shorter than a day. Clocks or watches are perhaps the most common time measuring devices. So the working of clocks is rather complex, but all of them make use of some periodic motion. One of the most well-known periodic motion is that of a simple pendulum. So simple pendulum consists of a small metallic ball or a piece of stone suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. The metallic ball is called the bob of the pendulum. The to and fro motion of an object is called periodic motion. Another name for periodic motion is oscillatory motion. See, the pendulum is said to have a complete one oscillation when its bob, starting from its mean position O, moves to A to B and back to O. The pendulum also complete one oscillation when its bob moves from one extreme position A to B. and come back to A. The time taken by the pendulum to complete one oscillation is called its time period. So thank you students, we'll meet soon in next videos. Thank you.